There's impeachment calls happening for Joseph Robinette Biden from the Republicans because, you know, never let a good controversy go to waste, obviously. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The Kabul withdrawal is still continuing full force. Joseph Robinette Biden last night held frame like an alpha as best as he possibly could as his brain was like sloshing around, you know what I mean? It was just sloshing around in his mind. Let me just pull up a fucking like GMA video or something. But ultimately he said some strong words like "we will hunt you down." And here's Jen Psaki following up on that.
The president says we will hunt you down and make you pay. What does that look like?
I fucking hate Peter Douchey, dude. I like probably one of the most annoying motherfuckers in that White House press pool.
When the president says we will hunt you down and make you pay, what does that look like? Is he going to order a mission to kill the people responsible, or would he be satisfied if they are captured and brought to trial?
Like, what a like, how is this a question? Like, what are you trying to get at in this situation? When you ask a question like this, like, is he going to torture them? Is he just trying to capture them? Or is he trying to murder them? Like, it's such a fucking idiotic, like, back and forth circle jerk about, like, one imperialist talking to another imperialist. Like, so what can we do, like, with the people? Like, should we just fucking, you know, murder their children? Or what's up? Like, can you give me the details? Like, I want to know. Are we going to torture them?
I think he made clear yesterday that he does not want them to live on the earth anymore.
When the president says...
Sick. Madison Cawthorn has requested the 25th Amendment. You had a bunch of Republicans come out and basically say, like, we need to get Joe Biden out of power. Breaking, I just formally request the U.S. cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment. Joe Biden does not simply have a pattern of poor decision making. His mental decline is on full display. I agree. We must not allow this mentally unstable individual to direct our country 1 second longer. Okay, so they want, like, you know, Madison Cawthorn wants Kamala Harris to run the country, I guess. Like, how do they think the line of succession works? Like, Madison Cawthorn probably thinks, like, you know, we're going to get Joe Biden out of power. Like, bitch, he's not even in power. Like, you think Joe Biden is making decisions, dude? You think Joe Biden is in the situation room going like, yeah, Jack, we're going to cut that malarkey? Like, no, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, dude. They just wheel him out. QAnon conspiracy theorist David Hayes claims Trump set up the withdrawal from Afghanistan with the intention that Biden would botch it and be removed via 25th Amendment, at which point the military will step in and restore Trump to the White House. That's not how this works.
Biden and the people who are controlling him are fools, number one. Mm-hmm. So you have foolish people who are going to do stupid things. And I think Trump planned on them doing a lot of stupid things. Trump set up the withdrawal from Afghanistan. I think that he planned on Biden botching that somehow. However he was going to botch it. I think Trump knew that Biden would make the wrong moves. I think the opportune time for the military to end this charade would be after Biden has been removed by the 25th Amendment. Because then if the military stepped in and intervened, if they made the big reveal about devolution, they would not be removing Biden from office. It would not be a military coup, because
to answer them today,
Biden would have been removed from office by Kamala Harris. And if they step in after Biden is gone, but before Kamala is inaugurated, there is no commander-in-chief. You have an acting president, but she hasn't yet been sworn in, right? So if Kamala hasn't been sworn in, you don't really have a commander-in-chief. It isn't a military coup. I think that would be the opportune time. I suspect that that's probably when.
Dude, instead of fucking, this is what happens when you just only learn everything from Facebook, okay? You just have no understanding of how any of this stuff works. And you're just, you know, feeding a steady diet of copium to your psychotic followers. It's so delusional. I don't even know. Like, this is probably the most exposure this thumb has gotten since then. Some are saying that Madison Cawthorn also...
Copium.
Oh my God, oh God, he did not spell Kamala Harris's name correctly. Bro, come on, dude. Come on, bro. Are you serious? Are you serious, dude? I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, is this what happens when you have like 25-year-old idiots in Congress? Is that what it is? The Constitution doesn't work that way. There's a line of succession. They don't know and they don't care. They don't have to know.
Amazing,
they're fucking.
brother.
They're
on occasion,
they're just throwing shit at a fucking wall and see what sticks. This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't have like the marching orders coming directly down from like billionaire-backed think tanks, and you try to operate on your own. You gotta the line of succession normally with the way that right-wing propaganda works is like billionaire think tanks with like Yale graduates churn out the talking points and strategy. That strategy and talking points ultimately goes to Fox News, and then everyone gets their marching orders from Fox News or all of these other outlets of misinformation that they normally get their talking points from. This is what happens when you are like, yeah, I'm gonna take initiative. I'm gonna break rank and file, and I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay. He obviously didn't write this. His staff wrote this, but it still doesn't matter. Like, this is idiotic. Oh yeah, we're gonna invoke 25th Amendment. Like, okay, good luck. By the way, don't get me wrong. I do believe Joe Biden is in a state of mental decline. There have been moments where Joe Biden has looked all right, better than he did during the campaign, even, if I do say so myself. I ultimately believe that Joe Biden is doing the right thing here, okay? Maybe even due to his mental decline. Okay? Like, I personally, and I've said this before, like, this was Donald Trump's evacuation. However, this was Donald Trump's evacuation plan. However, I think Donald Trump would have been too cowardly to follow through on this evacuation. Like, the moment that a fucking military member was injured, I 100% believe that he would have fucking stopped this and like sent like 20,000 troops in there like next day, you know, start bombing fucking Kabul and shit. So I'm happy that Joe Biden is still pulling out. And if you guys want to call me like, I don't know, a libtard or a pussy or whatever, then that's your prerogative. You can do that. But this is the right thing to do. I don't know how the fuck we're doing it. I'm surprised that we're doing it. Of course it was going to be violent. It's following 20 years of instability and violence. Okay? That we all looked the other way on. The entirety of media looked the other way on the instability for the past 20 years, on the violence for the past 20 years. And only now are they out of nowhere being like, oh my God, Afghanistan. What about the people of Afghanistan? What about the people of Afghanistan? The nerve thinking the death of 10 Americans is okay. 12,000 American military members died in the past 20 years, or more than 12,000. Shut the fuck up. 900 or however, thousands are dying every day to COVID on U.S. soil. You do not give a fuck about American lives. Shut the fuck up. You are simply using the death of 13 military members to just act like, you know, you can win political brownie points. Shut the fuck up. They're going to turn this into Benghazi. Yeah, I agree with Squirrel on this. I was talking to them this morning. There's pretty much zero chance Trump would have gone ahead in the withdrawal if an attack happened that killed just one U.S. soldier, because he was a permanently cucked president who always bowed to the whims of the professional media class and military-industrial complex. To be honest, I'm not even sure if Bernie would have been able to withstand the pressure, which would have been infinitely greater from every side, including virtually every single Democratic politician. But this fucking senile bastard is actually sticking to it. Amazing. It's nevertheless also the case that if Hillary had won in 2016, she would have never made the deal with the Taliban that Trump did, which Biden then acted on to finally end the war, and the U.S. would still be in Afghanistan for the foreseeable future. Now, this part is like speculative, but it's speculation that I agree with. Okay? And if you look at an ISIS attack, like an ISIS-K attack, very suspiciously timed ISIS-K attack, okay? And you use that ISIS-K attack as a fucking reason for why, like, you know, we have to stay in permanently, You're a fucking idiot. How do you see 12 troops dying during the evacuation and go, oh, that means like we should send more troops, so then more troops fucking die? It's so dumb. Meanwhile, 13 troops died. Okay, 13 troops died. 90 Afghan civilians have died so far. 90. And you haven't heard a single Western media outlet mention this for the past fucking week. Every single outlet was like, oh my God, what about the Afghan citizens? What about the Afghan citizens? What about the Afghan citizens? Okay? What about the fucking Afghan citizens? 170 are some people are saying now. Yesterday's numbers were 90. 90 Afghan citizens died in those attacks. Not a fucking single peep from the people who are screeching about how much they cared about the Afghan citizens. They don't give a fuck. Notice how the increase happened here? Look at this. Why do you think so many fucking casualties occurred here? Because there were more troops there. Okay? Troop surge means more troops dead. Spare me this fucking bullshit, okay? Like, I've said this already. Half of these dudes in these numbers, half of these fucking dudes that died here, died while they were patrolling empty fucking poppy fields, okay? They got sniped, or they had an IED blow their shit up, okay? For no fucking reason. Those 13 troops, those 13 military members, they died while trying to do like an actual humanitarian thing. Okay? They did not die in vain. They actually were doing the fucking humanitarian thing. It's not good that they died, but the entire purpose of this evacuation is so that that doesn't happen anymore. So spare me your fucking idiotic, weird, like, you know, crocodile tears about like, oh, what about the troops? What about the fucking troops? What about Americans dying? This is just like Benghazi. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Every Republican has shown over the course of these past couple of years that they do not give a single fuck when Americans die, bro. Come on, dude. Come the fuck on, dude. $43,632. You know what that number is? The amount of Americans that have died in Florida to COVID. Okay? Just in fucking Florida. And you're going to sit here and act like, you know, 12 Americans died. Oh my God, we got to fucking go back to war permanently in Afghanistan so more troops can fucking die? Shut the fuck up. These people do not care about the military members, okay? They do not care about the military members fucking dying. They do not care about Americans dying in general. They just do not care. At all. I'm a Marine vet, and your take is 100% on. I can't think of a mission that Marines would die for then the direct protection of Americans. Yeah, this is like, that's like a straight up honorable fucking cause that they unfortunately died engaging in. Significantly more honorable than just like dying because dying while you're on fucking patrol for literally just a never-ending war that the military-industrial complex is making money off of. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. The lives of the American military service members were never precious. They were never important. If it was, we wouldn't be fucking sending 18-year-old horny fucks with like 80 grand worth of gear into the goddamn desert to just fucking sit around, jerk off all day as their girlfriends or wives are getting fucked back home, okay? As they like literally just drive around and cause chaos and get shot at. Okay? They've never, I'm sorry, it's just the reality. And the American military knows that this is the reality. That's why the fucking VA sent out an email saying like, hey, guys, sorry, if you feel like, if you feel some type of way about our Afghan withdrawal, If you feel some type of way about our Afghan withdrawal, like, hey, I'm really sorry, you know, seek out a fucking combat buddy. Like, please don't kill yourselves, okay? Here's an application you can look at. Bullshit. Here's the reality, okay? I know what I say is I refuse to baby. I refuse to baby veterans on this broadcast. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I know that you expect that from every fucking facet of the media. You're not going to get that here. You know, I don't think like being a U.S. military member unconditionally offers you respect from me or anyone. You have to, you know, earn it just like everyone else. Okay? But I might say mean things, things that hurt your feelings, things that remind you that like your actions out there that like fucked you up in a way that it caused irreparable harm to your brain and your body were ultimately at the behest of the military industrial complex so that they could make money and extract natural resources. Okay? But I at least have the respect to tell you what the fucking truth is rather than lie to your goddamn face and then send you overseas for no fucking reason.
10 months.
Okay? So, you know, if you're a big tough guy, then you know, you should respect that, I think.
Born in Florida.
I think it's significantly more disrespectful when people act like, you know, they give a shit about you or your life, okay? And then they turn around and send you overseas, they ship you for no fucking reason. And you recognize that reality when you're out there.
I get a welcome to the jungle
and then you come back and you can barely get fucking healthcare coverage. You can only get healthcare coverage if you're really lucky or really unlucky, okay? And you're permanently fucked. No adequate fucking housing for you. And, you know, now you can get a communications degree for free so you can suffer in the same job market that we are all a part of. Like, congratulations. Just fucking terrible. You know, hey, but at least you get $10, you know, 10% off on jalapeno poppers at Applebee's, you know what I mean? And, you know, people will say they respect your service or some shit when they don't give a fuck. If you're one of the fucking high school grads that like got, you know, got whipped up in a fucking frenzy and, you know, immediately was swept up by predatory recruitment practices, that's one thing. And then you have to sit around as you do that and listen to some fucking dipshit who went to Yale and got like officers training, who's like yelling at you, who's literally there exclusively like a semester at sea program, okay? And he's just there, like, that's his semester at sea. It's Pete Buttigieg, okay? He's there. He went to Yale. He's yelling at you about what you can and can't do, okay? He's going to be out. He's going to be in and out so he can go to fucking, go get a fucking government job, become a politician. Well, you're fucked. You're fucked. For no reason. Being in Afghanistan, from all the vets I've talked to, being in Afghanistan is basically just like patrolling fucking, you know, going around in the Humvee, driving around, okay? Throwing the football and jerking off, sure. But driving around the Humvee, hoping that you don't fucking get blasted with an IED, and then coming back to base. But if you do actually end up, like, getting into any sort of conflict when there's, like, 5 to 10, you know, Taliban in the fucking mountaintop shooting at you, just hiding in a trench and calling air support, and then doing it all over again. It sucks. It's so dumb. All the while, your brain is fucking rewired in a way that, all the while, your brain is rewired in a way that you will never be the same again. Meanwhile, it's costing $2 trillion, all of which, or $3 trillion over the course of 20 years, all of which could have been avoided, all of which could have been fucking reappropriated to Medicare for all or free college on top of that. In which case, like, you literally wouldn't have even gone to Afghanistan or Iraq. Like, you literally didn't need to. You didn't need to enlist at all at that point because, like, you now have free college and free healthcare. But no, we had to do it. And there's still so many motherfuckers out there who keep saying, we got to go back. We got to go back. So I say to those fucking armchair generals, like, you go back, dude. You fucking, if you want to play Monday night quarterback, like, you go. You go. Like, why don't you go? I don't see you out there. It's fucking bullshit.